Hello.
Hi.
And welcome to our first ever episode of The Peak and the Pit. I'm Jazz.
I'm Kat.
And that was a phone noise. Didn't everyone hear it? Hello.
Hi. I'm so excited. I cannot believe we're here.
I know, it's very exciting. I'm Jazz.
I'm Kat.
And we are here to normalise having those bad moments and those good moments, and just to talk about our mental health.
Yeah.
Openly and honestly.
Correct.
So The Peak in the Pit is all about normalising having low moments in the week and high moments in the week. And that is why we're here. I think just to have a healthy conversational chat about our mental health.
Yeah.
And keep it something that's a bit light-hearted. I don't want it to be very self-help and you should do this and take your 5 steps.
No, definitely not.
No, I like it. I want it to be uplifting.
Yeah.
And I want people to tell me what the peak in the pit of the week has been.
Definitely. We need to know.
Yeah, we should probably introduce ourselves. We're sat here just waffling on about what the podcast is about. I'm Jazz Franks. I used to be on Hollyoaks. I played a character called Esther Bloom, who herself suffered with poor mental health. And I think from that point, I've always maintained healthy mental health. Like, I've been an advocate for it, and it's kind of stuck with me, like having to go to those dark places for that character where she was bullied and having those suicidal thoughts. I realised that could be someone's normality, and that for me just didn't sit well. So I've always spoke out about it. I've always tried to make sure people speak out about it, make sure
Definitely
people know they can speak out about it. And it just seemed natural to start a podcast, especially now with everything that's going on.
That leads me on to why that I'm here sat with you. I really struggled with poor mental health through growing up. So it's something that really is close to home for me. And quite a while ago, I did a documentary about creating that safe space for people to talk about their mental health struggles. And that was the reason that I got in touch with Jazz. I seen that she's playing a character that really did remind me of my struggles when I was a young person. And it really did touch me. It really made me go back to that place where I was. And yeah, I thought it was amazing. A really good performance.
Oh, thanks, pal. Got my #1 fan next to me.
I know. But, you know, it really did. And I bet a lot of people that are watching it as well kind of made them familiarise their feelings with it as well. Because when you're young as well, you don't really understand what it is sometimes. Even when you're older as well, if you've got poor mental health, it can creep up at any time in your life.
Yeah. So many people got in touch, you know. It was very humbling for people to contact me, and also slightly worrying that so many people contacted me and said, I feel like Esther.
Yeah.
Because it blew my mind and I was acting. So
Definitely.
I just don't understand. I just don't get how people can feel that low, because I've never been there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's really hard. So when you are in a state of like depression or anxiety or any of the mental illness, it's really difficult to explain those feelings. You know, obviously when I'm having a bad day, it's really difficult to explain to our partner or my friend what that feels like, because
I can imagine it just being so tiresome, and you shouldn't have to explain. Like, just chat about it. There should be no explanation. You shouldn't have to try and pinpoint why you feel like this. You just do. Yeah. And that's fine. But you will not feel like that forever.
Definitely. And that's the message that obviously we want to send out to everyone, is like, when you are suffering mental illness, it's not every day that's bad. It's, you know, you're up and down some days, and you can find some really good ways of living with it and coping with it as well.
Well, that leads us to our next point.
Yeah.
Our weekly challenges.
Yeah, it does actually. So this podcast is really going to be focusing on fitness. So we're going to look at different types of fitness activities that can really help your mind and your well-being. So each week, somebody is going to set us a challenge, and we're going to try it out and let you guys know how it goes.
So our first ever challenge has been set by our wonderful producer, Ben. And he's eased us in nicely, if I'm honest. He wants us to do 30 minutes of yoga for 7 days. I think that helps you throughout the day, because then you're active, you're up, you've done your workout, so you're like, oh, I can take on the day now. I think if you have a lazy morning, I'm lazy for the day, me. If it gets to 11 o'clock and I've not done anything, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I'm like that. It literally, if I've not started off on a good note, that's it. I'm downward spiral the whole day. Like, I'm there binging, chilling. Like, yeah, I need to be on it from the start.
So I think 30 minutes is a nice, you can do more. You might love it and be like, I'm doing an hour. I'm doing 45 minutes.
Yeah, but what I don't get about yoga is what does it actually do for you? Like, you literally you're stretching, aren't you? I don't get it.
Yeah, but I think it's all about your focus and like your mental like ability and like just being in your own body for that 30 minutes and
Like
balance.
meditation. Right.
Balance. It doesn't have to be like tough yoga. You don't have to be like doing back bends and all that kind of stuff. Literally just like, mate, just lie on your back for 30 minutes. That's yoga. They do it at the end of most classes.
Do they?
Yeah. You lie on your back, close your eyes. Half the time I fall asleep.
I think I will as well.
But yeah, so yoga, 30 minutes every day. And we'll come back next week and let our listeners know where we got our sources from.
Right.
Who helped us with our yoga journey. What if we carry it on? What if we love it that much? What if you can get your leg round your neck in a month's time because you've carried on your yoga?
Well, if I can do that, then yeah, great. But we shall see.
Kat, your peak next week might be that you are a yoga bunny.
I doubt it.
Right, well, let's say our peak and pits for this week.
Right, okay.
And what a week it's been.
Well, okay. So the pit this week has probably been being in lockdown, having to reload that Zoom again. Hate it.
They had an installation as well. I had to install a new Zoom.
Oh, gosh.
I know.
But my peak is starting the podcast.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Do you know what? We're pretty similar this week.
Yeah.
We have been on the same page. My pit is Boris Johnson addressing the nation on a Monday night.
Oh.
It was awful. And it'll forever be like, it was heartbreaking.
It really is.
And it was heartbreaking.
It takes so long as well for them to let us know what's going on. I look on Twitter, for my
Well, this
my
is the thing.
updates.
It was all leaked to the press before he even got on the
Yeah.
television. So everyone kind of was expecting it. But I was sat there in my living room and I was like, not again. And I understand it's a necessity.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning that at all. But for me personally, it is taking its toll.
It is. I have put on so much weight in this lockdown.
No.
Literally.
But I think it's part and parcel of it. Like, we can't go anywhere. We can't do anything. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, my exercise at the moment is literally getting up to the fridge and being like, no, nobody's put anything in my fridge, so I'm just going to shut the door because I'm certainly not doing the shop. Yeah, so Boris Johnson's my pit, unfortunately. So's Boris. And my peak, though, has been planning the podcast.
Yeah. It's been good.
It's given me a bit of purpose.
Yeah.
And obviously, because I'm not working at the moment, I've found it quite difficult to try and stay motivated and try and give myself focus. And I think, obviously, we had to find out how you start a podcast. That's been a challenge in itself.
It has. I thought it was as easy as just doing a podcast and uploading it.
Yeah, literally. Let's just sit here, get a recorder, put it on. There you go. Thank you very much. No. So I think having to teach myself all this new stuff and having to write down what we're doing and planning in my new notebook.
Yeah.
With my pen, my diamond pen.
That pen is extra.
It is very extra.
Very extra.
But it's my podcast pen.
Yeah.
And it'll be with me throughout our journey.
Yeah.
And I think that's been my peak. I've had a bit of purpose this week, having to plan this and knowing we've booked in, we're producer Ben, we're recording and we're getting it out. It's been lovely.
It has.
It has been nice. We've had our Zoom calls where we've planned.
We have, and they've gone well.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. So our peak in the pit's the same this week.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is huge. New year. So we're starting fresh. But what was your peak and pit for last year?
Oh, this is difficult.
I mean, 2020 was full of pits, but there's got to be some highs in there.
I think my peak has been going to the Peak District, getting myself some walking boots and trying hiking because I've never really done it before. And strangely, I've really enjoyed it.
You're talking to like the queen of hiking. I
Oh, really?
absolutely love it. That's my go-to. And that has probably been the toughest for me, that I can't travel to the Lake District and go and climb mountains.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in Salford. And my mum keeps saying, oh, but there's loads of lovely walks around Manchester. And I'm like, don't quite cut it, Leslie, unfortunately.
We do have Urmston Beach.
Sorry, what?
Urmston Beach.
A beach?
Well,
In Urmston?
we say beach.
Someone else told me about Chalton Water Park or something.
Oh, I love Chalton Water Park. Love
yeah,
it.
but like, does it have slides? Is it a water park?
Isn't it? No, Chalton Water Park is all about, it's like a nice pond and a nice walk. It's lovely.
Right.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are. Not when it's dark at 4:00.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so your peak for the year of 2020 was getting out walking,
Yeah, it was.
which is top. That's a top peak.
Yeah, the start of the new year, that was definitely happening a lot more often.
Nice.
But then it's kind of not happening really.
No, we
now.
can't.
I know.
So, like I said, thanks, Boz.
I know.
What was your pit of 2020, mate?
My pit of 2020 was probably, I think it's just being demotivated. Like I need, especially with my mental health, I need to have a routine, some sort of structure. And I think the moment we got into lockdown and home working, I've just been more demotivated. I honestly feel like, do you know, like Homer Simpson when he's sat in that chair and he's just slumping and slumping and slumping? I feel like it's me every month.
Oh no!
Honestly, do you know what I mean? So this year, 2021, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do something, I'm going to be motivated.
Well, you'll be doing challenges every week, so
True.
You're going to be motivated, mate.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, you'll be gutted you even offered to make this podcast with me by the end of it.
Oh gosh. But yeah, so what's your pit then?
My pit of 2020. I throughout the first lockdown, I was classed as a key worker, which makes me laugh because I don't class myself as a key worker, but apparently I was.
We're all key workers.
Yeah, I helped. Well, I worked for a homeless charity, so yeah, it was important. But I went into food response, so we were making sure that the hotels that the homeless were housed in got food throughout the first lockdown.
Yeah.
July came, thought, oh, we're getting out of this lockdown. Maybe some acting jobs will come back up. Signed with a new agent, thought everything's great.
Yeah.
And then we went into another lockdown. So I quit my job, my day job at Barnabas. Thought I'm going to be an actor again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. And that has probably been the pit for me. Like being so motivated, thinking in the summer, we're out of this. We're going now. The cases are going down. We're all going to be allowed out. We can see our family. We can go on holiday. And then, no, sorry, just going to dangle that carrot in front of you and take it away.
Oh my gosh. How did you cope with that though? Because obviously, you know, you used to go into auditions or acting and things like that. And
everything's on Zoom. I'm sick of Zoom.
I'm sick of Zoom.
Self-tapes. I mean, everyone loves self-tapes because they can watch it back and they can change it. And it's not like they can edit it themselves.
Yeah.
So I guess you can send the best version of yourself. Whereas sometimes in a room, you might come out and go, bloody hell, that was rubbish. But I love getting in a room with people. I love talking. I don't know if you've noticed. And I love getting in a room with people. I love being around people.
Yeah, same.
And so having that taken away from me again was definitely the pit. It wasn't the first lockdown that was a pit. It was the second because I was like, oh, right.
A bit too much, wasn't it?
It was too much. And now here we are in lockdown 3.0.
Oh gosh. What's your peak then?
My peak was I bought a camper van and it is my pride and joy.
Oh.
And I love it so much. Yeah, it's a Ford Transit and it's converted into a camper van. So it just looks like a standard van on the outside, which is even better.
Like a white van?
Well, not white, it's blue.
Oh.
It's like electric blue. It's very snazzy, thank you.
Oh, nice.
But it just gave me that freedom. So when we could go out, you can pitch up. All right, I'm just going to stay here then. All right.
Imagine you just pitching up random places.
Literally, like Scotland, you've got right away on the roads. You can park where you like.
Oh, really?
So we went up to the Highlands in Scotland in this van. It was the most incredible thing ever. Loved it.
I bet you were freezing, knowing you.
No, it was nice, you know, because it wasn't too bad. And I've got a little heater in there. It's got a little electric hookup.
Oh, no.
So if you stay on a campsite, got a little electric hookup. It's just like being at home, apart from you not got a loo or a shower.
No loo? I don't think I can cope with that.
Yeah. Well, you stay on campsites, you have toilets on there. But yeah, that was my peak, was my little camper van. I love it loads. So,
oh,
yeah.
Well, that's nice.
It was nice.
Hopefully we can take the podcast on the road then, couldn't we?
Oh, imagine.
That'd be amazing.
podcasting on the road in my van.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're rocking and rolling and we've done the first episode. How do you feel?
I feel motivated now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
This is going in a really good direction.
So next week we'll come back. We have to document it. I want pictures of you yogaing.
Oh gosh.
Because they will be they'll be making their way onto Instagram. So our Instagram is thepeakandthepit_podcast.
Each week we'll be sharing our challenges. And if you want to join in as well, make sure you share your challenges and you tag us in it as well.
Yeah, I want to see pictures of you all joining in with the yoga.
Yeah, it'll definitely inspire us to keep going anyway. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe and we'll see you next week.
Yes, like and subscribe. They say that at the end of every podcast.
They do.
Please, guys, take care. Look after yourself. Stay safe.
And see you next week.